Hi everyone, it is Lauren Cronwell with the Cron Miller team, dressed as your favorite pack rat, giving you some moving tips. So this is what I call the last out, first in bin, and that's really a big tongue twister. And you're going to find out why I feel you should put one of these together. It's probably going to be the last thing to go out of the house and going to be the first thing that comes in, and make sure you know where this is at all times. So if you feel like it's going to get lost in the sauce in the kitchen, then I recommend even maybe a bathtub in the bathroom, because nothing ever goes into the bathroom for unpacking, but that way you know exactly where this bin is at all times. And you're going to find out why I think you should put together and what you should put into it. So if you label list in the comments or the DM, I will give you a PDF then of this list that I think is really important. So let's go through the bin. So tissues, because your nose is running and who knows where these are in the truck. So tissues. You're going to need toilet paper, because chances are the seller did not leave you toilet paper. So make sure you know where your paper products are. You're going to need some napkins, and then obviously some paper towel. Again, these are great for wiping off your hands and then also for wiping up messes. Plastic wrap and just any sort of like Ziploc baggies. And the purpose of this is for leftover food. Chances are you're going to be ordering out. And so this will save you from trying to locate them in some bin for the kitchen. Some cups for when you do order out to eat. You're going to need some cups if you just get pizzas and soda. So make sure you have some cups. You're going to need utensils again to eat, and then also some paper plates, because who knows where that is. Serving utensils, depending on what you get. So again, just minor things. This is kind of funny. Tablecloths. Why tablecloth? Because chances are your kitchen counters are going to be like covered in stuff. You may find yourself eating on boxes. Nobody knows where those boxes have been. So this way you can cover them with a tablecloth. Trash bags. You're going to need trash bags immediately. Again, you do not want to be searching for this stuff. So having trash bags on hand until you can find where they're buried is going to be great. The purpose again of this bin is kind of just to get you by until you can locate everything. I always say whatever cleaning supplies that you're going to need to like start on the house. I'm not talking deep clean. I'm talking like, again, to get you started. So these are great for like surface wipes, just to get a clean on for your surfaces, for your bathrooms. These things are great. Also like towels, I have some Windex in here. I love the smell of bleach, so I usually clean with Clorox bleach. Again, use whatever you want. You're also going to need some hand soap, because chances are, again, the seller didn't leave you any hand soap. So make sure you have enough for at least one main bathroom and the kitchen. And it doesn't hurt to have it in all the bathrooms. So this is great. Those labels for the room, so that you can hang them where the boxes are going to be going, because we made these in a previous video. So like Ben's room, kitchen, make sure you have these on hand. And then don't forget your tape. You're going to need your tape to obviously hang these things up. Band-Aids, because somebody is bound to get hurt, whether it's a kid running around in the yard or even you yourself giving yourself a paper cut, hanging up those signs. Again, Band-Aids, always clutch, and you don't even need that many. I recommend an envelope, and in here is cash. Yes, cash for tipping. Goes in the bin. The reason it goes in the bin is because you're going to tell everybody where the bin is. And when they know where the bin is, then if people need to be tipped, the movers, the food delivery people, whoever that is, they can easily find the cash then that's going to be used to tip everybody. And they don't have to locate the person who has the cash, because sometimes that is a feat in itself. I have medications, obviously Tylenol, allergy pills, and if there's any prescription medications that you're going to have to take that you need access to and you need to know where they are immediately. Again, whole purpose of the bin. Chargers, your chargers for your phones. Make sure they get in here, because everybody's going to need chargers. Chances are your phone's dying and you haven't charged it in who knows how long. Hand sanitizer, some scissors, markers, and pens. That's it. That's this whole bin. That's what I have. And, oh my gosh, I forgot. Your sheets for your bed. Make sure you put your sheets in here, because you're going to need a place to sleep. So the beds need to be made pretty much the moment that they get into their rooms. This is a great thing that kids can do too to help out, is making their beds. So again, follow the Cron Miller team for more tips and tricks, especially when it comes to packing.